Hello everyone, I am Nusrat an assistant professor here at Daniels, and the project I'm going to share with you today is from Dhaka, Bangladesh. This lane is usually the busiest spot in my Dhaka neighborhood. In 2019, on the night before Eid ul Azha festival, four beautifully decorated cows were lounging under a white shamiana with twinkling lights, completely blocking the way for vehicular movements and oftentimes pedestrian movement as well. The cow in the front, in fact, was wearing more garlands around its neck than I had on my own wedding day. Dhaka city's lanes, parking lots, parking floors, sidewalks on the busy streets temporarily become such festive places with loud music and enthusiast crowd, celebrating the presence of these holy animals in the city who will be sacrificed on Eid day as a part of the Islamic ritual of Eid ul Azha, or the feast of Qurbani or sacrifice. Um, on this day, every affluent Muslim sacrifices a four-legged animal like cow, goat, sheep, buffalo, etc., in the name of Allah, and donate one third portion of the meat among the poor and helpless in the neighborhood. As the capital of Muslim majority Bangladesh, Dhaka turns into a massive hub of Qurbani animals every Eid. Millions of cattle, um, goats, and other sacrificial animals pour in from rural areas to meet the spiritual needs of the city's urban Muslims. For a few days, Dhaka transforms into a city of cattle markets, both legal and illegal, popping up in open public spaces and drawing in over 3 million farmers, traders, and informal workers. That's nearly the entire population of Toronto packed into Dhaka streets just for Eid. Urban Muslims buy their Qurbani animals from the markets, bring them home, and care for them for a few days, forming an emotional bond with them as a part of the religious practice before the actual sacrifice happens. On Eid day, the ritual takes place where space allows, on the parking floors, sidewalks, or even on the streets. For a couple of weeks, Dhaka puts its usual routine on hold, shifting its focus to managing the festival, especially the bustling cattle markets. The city's spaces and infrastructure take on entirely new roles, adapting to the chaos and celebration at the same time. Even urban institutions loosen up their rules, allowing temporary exceptions to accommodate the sheer scale of the event. Dhaka city corporations depend on informal workforce for constructing and running these markets for a couple of days. Instead of evicting, the police protect the rural farmers, traders, and vendors, ensuring security for massive cash transactions across the city. Eid ul Azha is an 8.23 billion US dollar economic phenomena in Bangladesh, but the markets are pure chaos, muddy, smelly, covered in cow dung. Imagine 41,000 tons of solid waste being cleared from the city after Eid, or 500,000 tons of meat being processed in just one day. Dhaka takes on a massive burden. Yet, this huge event is rarely factored into the city's planning and development strategies. Dhaka has now entered in an era where techno-solutionism is often fostering the belief that every challenge has a digital fix. By 2020, online cattle markets emerged, leveraging e-commerce infrastructure, mirroring platforms like Amazon or Facebook marketplaces. The idea is that you can now purchase kurban animals through web platforms or mobile phone applications run by some formal business companies, and farmers and traders with internet access and right technological infrastructure will handle the supply. So rather than coming to the city with their animals, um, farmers will show you the cattle you select from the website via video calls, and the sacrificial ritual will take place on the farms outside the city. And the formal company that I was talking about before, just in the last slide, will deliver the processed meat to your house in packets on Eid day, or maybe within a few days after Eid. So during the pandemic, the online cattle markets gained massive momentum, especially the women buyers who loved the idea because they always found these physical cattle markets extremely male dominated. And with online banking stepping in, transactions became easier too. The physical cattle market started to receive less buyers in the following years. The city corporations highly promoted digital cattle markets to reduce the pressure on the markets, public spaces, as well as on the city. This whole scenario points toward the massive privatization, formalization, and secularization of these traditional markets, marginalizing millions of rural farmers who dominate the country's informal sector. Although many individual farmers have started using social media platforms like Facebook groups to attract online buyers, but look at these farmers. They hardly have digital literacy to navigate through digital platforms that were never designed for them. E-commerce facilitation algorithms transform these sacred animals into ordinary commodities with listing details like height, weight, estimated meat yield, and price. But in the process, the spiritual connection between the farmers, their animals, buyers, and the city is lost. Within 3 years, however, the buzz around the digital cattle markets faded and people started to go back to the traditional markets. Why did this happen and how the markets are operating now? That's a story for another day. To navigate, to reignite the excitement, artificial intelligence generated images went viral on social media showing Hollywood star Tom Cruise having a mission impossible in the cattle market. To come to Bangladesh, if you want to feel that thrill, just a friendly advice: do not wear red.